To the nation, yo. Monster Nation, that is. I'm your host, your tour guide, the president, the king around here. I'm the landlord, owner, tenant, janitor. I mops the damn floor. With you, if you don't follow the rules are you gotta like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. If you're trying to be a taxpaying citizen in the nation, leave us a super thanks or a super chat, depending on when you leaving your taxes. Or a cash app. We actually prefer the cash app, but y'all do y'all. Y'all don't listen. No way, it's fine. But I need y'all to listen to this. When writing on the walls, doing your graffitis in the nation, aka leaving comments, we appreciate graffiti. Monster Nation is a hip hop nation. You just gotta you gotta spell stuff correctly. But more importantly, spell the names of our dignitaries correctly. I'm all for spelling things phonetically, but when it comes down to helter skelter, it's not helter skelter. It's an A and an H at the end of both of the words. No E's and R's. As you can see on the shirt, it's monster, not monster. It's no ER. It's A. It's ROCK. There is a K. A K is 1,000. I need all my thousands. I'm not balling. You know what I'm saying? Um, the click in boot camp click is spelled CLIK. You know what I mean? I understand that one is easy to mess up. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But just work on that. It's important because some of the people here are just tourists. They don't know no better. If you spelling it wrong, they taking the information back to their place of origin and they misinforming the people. Got people typing that hashtag helter skelter and they pulling up Charles Manson and all kind of whatever. It's not what we doing. Um, Most annoying of them all is BCC, not BBC. That's what she said. That's pause protesters. Get your ass out of here. We are pause practitioners here, and the whole that's what she said. That brings up a good point. You wouldn't have no problem if I said that's what she said. You wouldn't have no problem with that. You only got a problem when I say pause. To all of the pause protesters out there, then who is it who has the phobia? I don't have no phobia. I'm having fun with it. It's a word association game that I play with my homeboys and anybody else who will participate. Why do you hate fun so much? What's wrong with you? Anyway, what day is it? Y'all remember that commercial with the camel and shit? What day is it? He's walking around the office. I'm saying it was hump day, it was a Wednesday, but it ain't a Wednesday, it's Tuesday. It's Ugly Truth Tuesday. This is the day when y'all get to ask me all y'all silly questions. Not silly. Let me not be disrespecting y'all. But I'm saying, y'all get to ask me anything y'all want, except for anything that may incriminate somebody or, you know what I'm saying, get somebody indicted or whatever. So, it's Ugly Truth Tuesday. So, you can ask me about the history. You can ask about the, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just be careful. And it starts now, whenever you're ready. You know what I'm saying? If whoever has a question, I just request from y'all that y'all don't waste y'all questions. Ask a good question. Don't ask nothing. I'm not going to tell y'all what to ask, but make it count is all I'm saying. I got my glasses on. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying?
Can we expect a new Rockness album this year?
Can we expect a new Rockness album this year? I was about to curse because it would have rhymed, but hell yeah. You said this year, I was going to say mid year. But, you know what I'm saying? Absolutely. 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 Extremactly.
How is Buckshot doing?
How is Buckshot doing? Buckshot is chilling. I haven't seen him in, I want to say, a couple of months, almost 2 months, but he chilling. We don't see each other every day. If that's what y'all thinking, you understand what I'm saying? If in case y'all was wondering, that's not the nature of our relationship in our 40s and 50s.
I need you to cut somebody.
Yeah. Where?
With the J.
I don't see that. I don't see. Tell me the name.
Jasmine zoonosis or something.
Jasmine, your mother's a man. You out of here. All right, back to the questions. Who got a good question? I mean,
Looked into who Chris Bledsoe is and his predictions on Easter 2026
have I looked into who Chris Bledsoe is and what?
and his predictions on Easter 2026.
No, I have not. I have not looked into that. Salute to Jules with the super chat. Jules713. Is it easy to make records now than in the 90s? I think you mean easier. I mean, I don't. I guess you could say yes. Everybody has a studio. Dudes who aren't. You could have a studio in your crib now. All you need is a few pieces of equipment, and you could record. So I guess that's a yes.
Why is Sarang Wonder saying he's not West Indian or Haitian?
Because he's not West Indian or Haitian. So why is the Rain Wonder saying he's not West Indian or Haitian? Because he's not. Let me see. Let me see if I can find you a better answer. All right, that's in a song. You're referring to a song, right? He said, what did he say? I can't remember the line that comes before it, but it was probably pertaining, like whatever line he said before that maybe it suggests that he was West Indian or Haitian. I don't know. Quote the line that comes before that, and I'll tell you. Sometimes we just say stuff just because it rhymes too. You know that, right? I mean, I don't do that often, but yeah.
Are there still any unreleased songs by Helter Skelter?
Yeah, Helter Skelter new album will be out this year. Look for it.
Greetings from Mozambique, Africa.
Salute to Mozambique. Yeah. Salute to y'all.
What's your favorite track on Nocturnal, and what was your least favorite?
Let's see. I don't.
Repeat the question, because I don't know if they can hear me.
What was my favorite track on Nocturnal? Great question. And what was my least favorite? Great question. I'm not sure I have an answer for you though. Yeah, that album is like my baby. It's the first. It's like I loved everything about it. All of the pretty little fingers, all of the pretty little toes on it. I don't know. It's difficult. My least favorite. Yeah, I'm sorry. I think you might have me stumped. Let me think. Let me think about it again. I wish I had the track list in front of me. It might be helpful. But I don't know. Probably then this probably my least favorite song on that. My least favorite song on that album is probably "La Fleur, La Fleur, Scotia." Either that or "Let the Brains Blow." If it's "La Fleur, La Fleur, Scotia," it's because it's probably the softest song. Like the beat ain't tough. You know what I mean? But that was by design. I made sure that we chose a mellow, non-threatening beat because the MCs were so non-mellow and threatening. So I just wanted to balance it out. But with Let the Brains Blow, it pause. It's because it's the way I used to. It's something about my delivery back. That's one of the first songs we recorded off of that album. And I don't. It's something about the way I used to enunciate, the way I used to speak in rap, sometimes in interviews too, that I hate. You know what I'm saying? But I still like the song because it's more rap than it is that. But anyway, next question.
Um, from Stephen James. Oh gosh, long name. Gerbino Jr. 6893. Any set time that project with you and J Ro gonna drop?
Listen, I don't know, bro. There's not a set time. What was the question? It's
Any set time the project and you and J Ro gonna drop?
The question is there any set time that me and the rock and roll, the project with me and J Ro from the Alcoholics, is dropping? I don't know, bro. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's on J Ro. You know what I mean? J Ro has, you know, own issues. You know, everybody got their own calendar, their own family stuff, and you know what I'm saying, their own workload. But yeah, I don't have a date, but it's still happening though. I can say that.
Why didn't you have an album when BCC went on a Ninth Wonder run?
Why didn't I have an album when BCC went on a ninth Wonder run? You're talking about when Sean Price, what was that? Ninth Wonder run. Which, anyway, what I think you mean is there was a point when you're talking about that whole that period when it was like a triple threat promo thing. Was somebody need to go? You see something? Oh, the triple threat something going on where it was it Monkey Bars? It was Reloaded. It was three albums that boot camp put out back to back, and I think they yeah. Anyway, I was on my solo run. I was the AWOL soldier during that point period of time. You know what I'm saying? Like I was absent without official leave. You know what I mean? So I was trying out some different things, more independent things.
Nat Turner 523 asks, "Is there still any money in rap besides show money?"
Nat Turner said, "Is there any more money in rap besides show money?" Yes, it is, but you have to do a lot of work to get it, or you have to work really smart because you got to understand, like you got like sync deals and licensing. You know, sound you could get your song placed in movies and TV shows. It's big money in that. And if you got a lot of music out there, a lot, then you will receive money every month. You know, like if you, well, very often throughout the year. You know, you put out a song, starts a clock. You know, I mean, 6 months or 3 months, depending on what your distributor is or what your arrangement is. 3 months after that, you will be paid. If you put out a song every month, then after that first 6 months, then you can get, you know what I'm saying, bread every month. Now, how much money you get depends on how much you put out. So understand that streaming, you getting a fraction of a penny per stream. So you do the math if you're good at math.
What do you think about Mob Deep new album?
Mobb Deep's new album. What do I think about Mobb Deep's new album? Mobb Deep's new album is fire.
Jamel Boston.
Salute to Jamel Boston. It's fire. I heard most of it. I think I got interrupted towards the end of it, but I heard enough of it that if the last two or three songs could have been trash, it's still a good album.
13 Fingers Crew asks, "What kind of music do you listen to?"
13 Fingers Crew. What kind of music do I listen to? Mostly hip hop, but I listen to a lot of, I have a playlist on my YouTube labeled White Boy Wasted, where it's all songs from like, from my childhood, from different periods of my life, but they rock and roll groups. Like, I got some Bon Jovi, some what do you call it? Incubus, Nirvana on there. I got, got a lot of Elton John on it. I'm still standing, better than I ever been. Looking like a cheap survivor, feeling like a little kid. Yeah, I listen to all kinds of stuff. Imagine Dragons is my shit. I like them.
Nat Turner 523 asks again, "Have you ever been to the motherland?"
Nat Turner, have I ever been to the motherland? The answer is no. I
And
would like to go.
and are they familiar with the boot camp clique?
I mean, somebody from Mozambique is in the
Right.
chat right now, and
Right.
then, yeah, they are. I remember I used to be managed by a dude, my homeboy Ben. Right, Ben was hold on. Rest in peace to John Forte. It's a good brother. We lost him. Let me just do a moment of silence for my man because it's people that are close to me right now that are hurting bad right now. Son was a good boy. Son was a good brother. So, the count of three, let's do a little moment of silence. Well, I am because I can't hear y'all. So, 1, 2, or 3, two, one. And we done. Salute to the brother. He was a good brother. And he had a super dope voice. A lot of people be talking about the dopest voices in hip hop and they never include him. His voice is from the same family of voices as mine. But anyway, salute to him. My homeboy used to manage Wyclef and Prize and all of that, right? And one day he called me out of the blue. He's like, "Yo, rap." I'm like, "What up?" He's like, "You ever been to Africa?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "Africa is sexy. We got to get you to Africa." I don't know where he was at a party, and this party was clearly high level. You understand what I'm saying? Salute to Stephen James Gabino with the donation. Appreciate you. Yeah, you're welcome. Anytime.
Mark Morrell, 74, asks, how crazy was it to do the No Chance in Hell joint on the WWE album from 91?
How crazy was it? What's his name? Mark?
Mark Morrell.
Mark Morale says, how crazy was it to do the No Chance in Hell song? That's a song that I it's for the WWF soundtrack and it's Rockness Monster and Redman. The story for that is crazy. I mean, here's the thing. I got locked up on the way to the studio. So like I was like I was on like that it took us two tries, right? I don't like so on the way I drove into a checkpoint and no I wasn't smoking weed, but my truck smelled like the weed spot. And that was back when New York was not like New York is now. So, I went through a system, had to reschedule a session. Was Redman even in the studio when I did my part? I gotta offer y'all my apologies. I don't even remember. I mean, because I've been in the studio with Redman on numerous occasions. Nothing really about this session stood out, except the fact that I was embarrassed that it took two times for me to, you understand what I'm saying? And I don't really like that song. I didn't really like the beat. I don't really like my verse. So there's that.
Tyler R2K for you asks, how long did it take you to perfect your iconic delivery, or did you come out the gates like that?
Out the gate. What's his name again?
Tyler
Ty- Tyler.
R2K something.
Salute to Tyler. He asked, how long did it take for me to perfect my delivery? Did I come out the gate or was it, you know what I'm saying? I would say this. I wrote my first rhyme at a very young age. I was 11 years old. And I didn't write my second rhyme until I was 12. I didn't write my third rhyme until I was 13. So what that means is for a year, for the first year, I only had one rhyme that I had to perfect. And please believe I perfected it. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew how to do it. I knew how to do it up, down. You know what I'm saying? Loose, tight, sharp. You know what I mean? Rigid or curvy, whatever. Smooth, hard. Like it was just I just could say that rap very well, and it was very hard to shake me on a delivery. You know what I'm saying? If applicable. So, and then when I had two rhymes, it was the same thing. I had a whole nother year to work on that. So by the time I started, when I was 13, I started writing raps. And by that time, I couldn't have, like, I already knew what my delivery was supposed to sound like or what I liked it to sound like, the amount of intensity or whatever. So, it started kind of early. It started from just working really hard on two raps.
13 Fingers Crew asks, have you and Sean P ever battled? I'm assuming.
13 Fingers
13
Crew?
Fingers Crew.
What a name, right? Spit. What it says? Have me and Sean P ever battled? Good question. The answer is no, but the answer is yes. We battled on damn near every song we was on, because that was the formula for Helter Skelter. Just don't be the corny one on the song. That's why we have these albums that people refer to as no skip albums, because we wasn't about to play with each other.
Joseph Lopez asks, how come you don't rap with drill rappers?
How come I don't rap? Joseph Lopez said, "How come I don't rap with drill rappers?"
Drill rappers.
I mean, I don't got to listen. First of all, there's drill and then there's speedy rappers. Like drill rappers, they listen. I'm too old for genuine drill rappers. They don't want no song with no 50-year-old. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not going to rap about killing. You know what I'm saying? My ops and smoking on they packs and going to the. I'm not doing that. You understand what I'm saying? That's I'm not their style. But if I do got little bros and all of that that rap, that rap kind of modern, you know what I'm saying, with like the drill flow. And I guess they do some of the drill drama too, because they young men in the streets. I advise them against it, but little niggas don't listen. But anyway, like I got songs where I do the drill flow or rapid fire flow, so to speak. You know what I mean? There's a song with my boy, with my baby bro Millie. I got one of those. Do I got a song with Bo on that type of flex? I'm pretty sure I do. What's my son named Strang artist? Squeeze De Niro. We got a great one like that. Yeah, I do it from time. It's a song with me, Steel, and Buckshot. It's on Diamond D's album where I do the rapid fire flow. Song is called Watch Your Back. You know what I mean? Where I spit the rapid fire flow, and there's some aggression in it. You know what I'm saying? It's just not the ignorance. Funny niggas really better watch your. I said, funny niggas really better watch yourself. Got a gun, but you born, you gonna pop yourself. Temptation, try to stop yourself. You don't want that smoke, you do not inhale. You reside in hell, nigga. Rain, snow, sleep. You motherfucking right. Inhale, nigga. Drop in hell. Salute or just do what the fool do. Salute or just do what the fool do. Get cute, you will not dip shells. I can tell. Your whole block gon' tell. I will not get bail. I will rot in jail. Yeah. Cottontail. Rabbit ass niggas I hop on the opposite side and tail. Yeah. Next question.
Thoughts on the Flatliners?
The Flatliners. Thoughts on the Flatliners. That was RZA's group, right? I mean, I didn't listen.
Wagwan.
I didn't listen to their group. I didn't listen to their album. I wasn't a hardcore fan, but I was a hardcore fan of Wu Tang. You know what I mean? But like, I didn't have any problem with them. I thought they was pretty dope. It was they was doing horrorcore. Horrorcore. A lot of people used to consider, well, not a lot of people, but some people consider Helter Skelter horrorcore. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like we weren't. I don't know. Maybe we were. We were kind of close to horrorcore, but we weren't. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, they were solid.
He was silent. Jalen Steele asked, "Were you there when Sean P smacked the guy who ran on the stage?"
How could you ask me that question? What's his name?
Jalen Steele.
Jalen Steele. How could you ask if I was there when Sean P slapped the guy on stage? If you saw that, then you should have saw me there. What are you talking about?
If so, can we get the story one day?
If you saw that, you should have seen that I was there. That's burstable. You know what I mean? Yeah, fan just got overzealous. They do stuff like that. He just was overjoyed and he ran on stage and you can't do that to everybody. It's that simple. And not only did he run on stage, he ran on stage and he tried to hug Ruck. And I personally believe it was my fault because I was getting extremely busy at that moment. Like he couldn't control himself. Like he just like, yeah.
Wagwan men. Thoughts on organized confusion?
Organized Confusion is my homeboys. I love them, both of them. I love their music and I love them as humans. Next question.
Joseph Lopez, who are your top 5 current artists you'll collab with?
Who am I? Oh shit, that's a good question because no, y'all know I don't really like top fives and all of that, right? I don't, I don't like none of that. Like nah. But if you with a closing, you narrow, you close the net some. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. Now, what's the question again?
What are your top 5 current artists that you collab with?
What are my top 5 current artists that I would collab with? All right, current. You mean current? Because I mean like some of my like Method Man is current, but do you consider him current? You know what I'm saying? Like You talking about some of these new niggas. That's what I'm assuming. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
probably
So I would
newness.
say I would say Conway the Machine. I'ma always say Graph, 38 Special, RJ Payne, or uh, Ransom. I mean, I would love to rap with J. Cole too. So that's six. I'm not. I'm. That's it. I ain't, don't. I ain't narrowing it.
Thoughts on Griselda?
I like Griselda. Love Griselda. Thoughts on Griselda? Who was that question from?
Wagawanman.
Wago who?
Wagawanman.
Wagawan man. Salute to you. Thanks for your question. Griselda's no. Those are the homeboys.
Thoughts on Boozy? Same guy.
Thoughts on Boosie?
Boosie. Lil Boosie.
Lil Boosie? Yo. I mean, listen. I don't listen to a lot of Boosie music, but Boosie can actually rap. You know what I'm saying? I just want like you'll be surprised how many albums I never heard. Cause honestly, I don't give a fuck. Right? I listen to what I listen to. And everything else, all right, if it's dope, it's dope. That don't mean I need to listen to it. I'm not one of those dudes who think you're supposed to know everything about as a hip hop historian. You supposed no, you need some basic things you need to know, but nah, like so it's the episode, it's a podcast. It's a clip that aired from the No Bars Off podcast with my boy Shah Stibala today, where he spit some bars and they quiz you on who the bars came from. I told him I knew that I wouldn't know who it was. I'm like, I don't know none of that shit, but do it anyway, so I can fail miserably and spectacularly. Cause I think it's important to not be embarrassed about what you don't know. I don't know that shit. Tell me. It's dope though. You understand what I'm saying?
How you like Conway's new album?
I ain't hear his new album, but I think Conway's a problem. Always, always have.
That was spoken to.
Spoken to.
Mm-hmm.
Salute to spoken to.
Nat Turner, who's your favorite reggae artist?
Nat Turner. Who's my favorite reggae artist? I don't have one. So I'm not that familiar with reggae, and which is funny because when we came out, niggas thought I was a reggae nigga. Like we incorporated so much Caribbean patois in our raps. People to this day still think I'm Jamaican, but not. And the
Mm-hmm.
truth is, I rarely understand what they saying. I be embarrassed when I gotta when I'm talking to my West Indian friends, and I gotta ask them to repeat themselves. I be so embarrassed. I'm sorry, y'all. I love y'all. Sorry.
Tyler asked, has there ever been anyone who came back harder in their second wind after being silent as you and Sean P? I don't know.
Tyler said what?
Has
Has
there ever been anyone who came back harder in their second wind after being silent as you and Sean P?
Tyler said, has anybody ever came back harder
In their second
in their second win after
after
being
being silent.
silent as me and Sean P?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know if you include me in that. You must mean Sean P. Sean P did what nobody did. What he did what people believe you can't do. You know what I mean? People believe that it was undoable. And I always believed that it was doable. But I can't really, I can't think of nobody offhand that the Jizza and the RZA, yeah. Remember, they put out albums before the Wu Tang. They went silent for a while and they came back with the Wu Tang. So they got it. VR1, I see your question. Where did
Oh,
Bummy Jab come from? Jab, my name used to be Jab Rock. You know what I'm saying? I done won whole fights without ever throwing a cross or a hook. All jabs. I used to feed niggas strict diets of jabs, right? So rock just like the suffix like Pete Rock or Chub Rock or whatever. But it morphed. It went from Jab Rock to JB Rock, then it went to the mother effing rock, and then it just went to rock.
let's see.
Oh yeah, Bummy was what I was when all of that was going on. So I kept the moniker so I don't never get too bougie. So Bummy Jab. It's Bummy Fly Jab now, just so you know. And Cactus Jab when I'm in Arizona. Next question. What y'all got?
This one's too much. Jamel Boston asked, "What do you think about Ghostface's new album, Supreme Clientele Part 2?"
Um, I didn't hear it yet. Not the whole thing. I heard some of it, and it's fire. Everything I heard off of it was fire. Do I remember my first rhyme? Who asked that question?
Flood asked, "Spit your first rhyme. The people want to hear it."
Salute to Corey Flood. Hell nah, I don't remember it. I was 11, B. Like, I couldn't tell you what I ate yesterday. No, I don't remember it. What I do know is it was a say no to drugs rap. That's a fact.
Go Slow asked, "Have you ever did a song with G Rap?"
Have I ever done a song with G? Yeah, there's a couple of songs out there with me and G Rap on them. Like, it wasn't my song, you know. One of them might be like, sometimes you get reached out to from a third party, and you end up on a song with your favorite artist. It never knew, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, a few of them exist. I can't remember the titles right now. I remember there was one time a third party reached out to me and Ruck to to do a song with G Rap, and I think his verse was on it already. We put our verses on it. So I was like, no, y'all won't. And he went and put another verse on it, and then we was like, no, you won't. And we put another. Went back and forth a couple of times. I think that's how the story went. Anyway, yeah.
V. David asked, "Which song do you consider your best lyrical joint?"
I can't do that. What V Davis asked me which song do I consider my best lyrical joint? Man, what song do you consider? That's impossible. It's impossible. It really is. Reincarnate your ass when them Rugers, Michael J. Fox clap your stupid ass back to the future. You ahead of your time, huh? That's stupid right there, bro. What are you talking about? Listen, if I die tonight, don't stress yourself, bitchin'. There's a big Thanksgiving size plate waiting for me in Hell's Kitchen. Hell's Angel gonna do my bidding like I'm Charlie, Devil's Reject. You done kicked me out for robbing the zombies. Then I'm right back like I forgot my keys? Come on, B. Come on, man. Watch out.
Nat Turner asked, "Have you ever appeared on Drink Champs?"
Have I ever appeared on Drink Champs? Hard no. Not to have anything against Drink Champs, but apparently they don't want me there. I don't know. They done had my homeboys there multiple times. I don't know if they told them not to bring the rock nigga, but they ain't bring the rock nigga. It is what it is. But salute to them though. Me and DJ EFN, we communicate from time to time online. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Okay. This is what I be talking about. I don't know if y'all heard my other live when I was talking about Dame Dash and Charlemagne making fun of him because he suggested that there was a conspiracy. Dame suggested that there was a conspiracy for niggas to, if you when you get a check with big corporate, if you're willing to get Dame up out of here, I don't know. It seemed to be a conspiracy. And Charlemagne laughed at him like, he gave him the donkey of the day and all of that. And then I said, listen, I don't know about y'all. When I was a 17-year-old kid, a teacher of mine told me that the FBI is way less concerned in a drug dealer than they are in you. Me? I said. She said, yes. She said, because you're smart, you're militant, and people listen to you. She said this to me when I was 17 years old. You understand what I'm saying? So when I go through these little periods in my life, when I'm trying to get my paperwork together, try to get a new birth certificate because I lost the old one, or royalties back somehow. It's always something wrong. A little something extra I got to deal with. Like, how would Sean P get more on the royalty checks from me for Nocturnal when I did more rapping? I don't know. It was just one of those things. And I would say to myself, I would always think back to Miss Turk. Salute to Miss Turk. I'm like, are they just making life a little bit more difficult to me? Now, I don't have anything to substantiate this, but I'm just saying. Next question.
Have you ever been to Puerto Rico?
Have I ever been to Puerto Rico?
Miss Gamalier.
Miss what?
Ms. Gamalier.
Miss Gamali. No, I haven't. Never been to Puerto Rico. Not yet.
V. David asks, no way to ask without just asking, how long from DCEPs to stardom?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure. Let me just say this. It literally happened like dudes was still doing dumb shit when dudes was coming out with records. Like dudes was out with records, reaching back, reaching back into the dog pile of violence to pull out the next members. It was close. Yeah. For Helter Skelter and OGC, it was very close. Marky, what's the Malarkey? Have I heard of Gongu Roach? Yeah, that's my guy. I know him. I'm already working with him. I appreciate your recommendation, though. You one of the smart ones. A Red. What's that? What age did me and Sean Price meet? Me and Sean Price met when I was 9 years old, but we linked when I was like 16, 17.
13 Fingers Crew asks, how do you feel about AI and music?
Uh, I love that. I mean, I have mixed
Repeat the
feelings.
question. Repeat the question.
Who was it?
13 Fingers Crew.
13 Fingers Crew. There's that name again. Like, what do I think about AI music? I have mixed feelings. I think there are some good uses for it. You know what I mean? But like recreating Beanie Siegel and the DOC's voices, shit like that. I think is an excellent usage for it. Um, a lot of times when you got people making like with Jay Mills. I seen somebody ask me about the Jay Mills Jack Boy
Yeah.
main song or whatever. Like Jay Mills did a lot of music recently where he used where Ron Browse produced it. That's my homeboy, and he would just flip a AI hook or whatever. I don't know if I have a problem with that. I don't think I really have a problem with that. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times when when we as rappers we made records and we needed an R&B hook in it. We didn't need for Mary J. Blige to sing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we couldn't afford Mary J. Blige. You know what I'm saying? A lot of a lot of songs that came out in the 90s and early 2000s had some chick singing on it or some dude singing the chorus on it that you never knew. You know what I'm saying? They never got no credit or whatever this, that, and the third. I mean, they might have got their credit. They might have got paid. They got or whatever, but they were never the focus of the song or whatever. Even though they might have added something as important as the hook. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's mixed feelings. I think it's dope when you can do that. I might be sitting somewhere with I don't know no R&B niggas that I like or trust or like. Man, I could just punch it up in the AI and get a dope R&B hook for my song. Where I'm talking about, I miss my Uncle Charles and all that. Whatever. Anyway, next question.
The Ruler EVR asks, how do you deal with writer's block?
The ruler EVR asks, how do I deal with writer's block? I move. You know what I mean? I have a few tactics, but one that you can all use tomorrow if it works is walk. Go for a walk. Go for a drive if you drive. You know what I mean? The motion promotes the emotion, and the emotion promotes you know, the flowing. Like if you see me in the studio, I do all kind of shit. I be laying on the floor, like just weird things I do just to switch my energy, to push out some more words. Also, I have a vault of pieces to build from. Build you a vault. Next question.
Stephen James is asking again. Hus Kingpin is one of my favorite MCs right now. You like his style of MCing?
Huh, what's his name again?
Hus,
DJ.
Hus Kingpin?
Who's asking the question?
Oh, it's Stephen James.
Stephen James, Huss Kingpin. I'm not familiar with his sound.
Brother Noopsy asks, a show or movie Helter Skelter would watch that we wouldn't expect y'all to fuck with.
Was it? Who was it from?
Brother Noopsy.
Brother Noomsy, salute to you. A show or movie that Helter Skelter will watch that y'all wouldn't expect? Yeesh. I don't know. Hmm. I don't know. I think Helter Skelter's pretty on brand with the shows we watch.
We haven't seen K-pop Demon Hunters yet.
Jay just now reminded me that I haven't seen K-pop Demon Hunters yet. They've been trying to get me to watch that. You know what I'm saying? Because when you got a daughter, you do all kind of shit you wouldn't do. But the resistance is strong in this one. What we say? Well, somebody asked me something. I need you to be completely honest about this, Rock. Who's that? Tyler, right? I'm not accusing you of nothing, but sometimes do you say shit on purpose just to hit the pause button? Premeditated pauses? Yes, because I like to troll the pause protesters sometimes. I do. But sometimes, but most of the times, no. It's like if my pausometer, you know what I'm saying, is if the things are high on my pausometers, I hear everything on the way out. Like as I'm saying the thing, I hear it before the words leave my face. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a pause if applicable. But I mean that's only for high, you know, ridiculously high levels on the pausometer. It depends on who you playing with though.
What do you think about Wu Tang as a group and their solo careers?
What do I think about Wu
This is
Tang?
from Jamel Boston.
Come on, Jamel. Listen, B. First of all, Jamel, you stop it. You cut the shit. Cause you're not an unfamiliar. You know how I feel about Wu Tang as a group. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody know how I feel about Wu Tang as a group. You know what I'm saying? So cut the shit. Second of all, as solo albums, as solo MCs, of course, everybody, I have favorites. You know what I mean? I wish it would have went better for Inspector Deck because like not to say that it went bad for him. I'm sure he's living, he's doing his thug thizzle and living a great life. But like if you care about the shine, which on some degree you do, you feel like Son didn't get his just due. You know what I mean? But as soloist, as soloist, Method Man, Ray, Ghost, and Inspector Deck are my favorites. Next question.
The ruler EVR asked, "Did you ever go to Soul Shack on Pickens?
Hell yeah.
And if so, what albums you caught there?"
The ruler asks, did I ever go to Soul Shack on Pickens Avenue? Hell yeah, of course. What albums I copped? I don't know. That shit been closed a long time. I went there to sign autographs though after we was, when we was popping. That was in our hood. So yeah.
13 Fingers Crew asked, "Have you ever caught another MC biting yours or someone's rhymes?"
13 Fingers Crew said, "Have I ever caught another MC biting my rhymes or somebody else's in my crew?
Someone else's rhymes.
Somebody else's rhyme? Yeah, I see niggas biting rhymes all day. Niggas is biters out here. I remember my ex girl, triple X, three X's ago, right? Her brother, this nigga wasn't a rapper. He was trying to rap. This nigga one day, he's like, he had, every time he spit a rap, it was subpar, right? And then one day, he just ran up on me and just let me hear a rap that was fire. Only it sounded just like a rap of mine. Like it was the whole, like I, yeah, he was biting basically, and yes, that happens on the streets. That happens in the industry. You know what I mean? Usually I don't. Usually I try to give dudes grace. I'll be like, because a lot of times you will hear somebody say the same punchline as you said, or the same punchline as somebody else said. But a lot of times I feel like great minds think alike. Punchlines. When I say punchlines, the particular type of punchline I'm speaking of, like the similes. You know what I mean? And when you rap about certain things like mistletoe in my back pocket, kiss my ass, like somebody's gonna think about that at some point. Yeah, I thought of it first, but if I wouldn't have said it, somebody would have still thought of it. You know what I mean? And Charlie Clips ended up. Speaking of which, I just heard Charlie Clips come up with another one of mine. So you know what I'm saying? When the kiss my ass, mistletoe in the back pocket. I remember when that happened. Ruck called my phone like, "Yo, this nigga in the battle rap nigga just talking about," and everybody cheering like he made it up. I'm like, bruh. I'm like, chill out, son. He probably, it's one of those things. Like anybody could come up with that, but who knows? Certain things that are pop culture, if you give it enough time and enough inspiration, somebody will come across it.
Tyler asks, if a nigga mad nice on the mic, you meet them, corny as fuck, can you listen to their verses the same?
If a nigga mad nice on the mic, I meet them,
And they corny as fuck,
and they corny as fuck.
can you listen to their verses the same?
Well, if I meet them and they're a corny human being, is that what you're saying, Tyler? Because I don't know. I think I could still listen to their music. Nah, I probably couldn't. I originally said yeah because I don't really get close to niggas like that. Like I don't know these niggas, none of them. Like I only got a few dudes that I got a lot of associates, a lot of I know people in the industry, but I don't feel close to very many of them at all. Like I feel close to Method Man. Like I feel like that's really my homeboy. Like I really feel close to the Outlaws. Rest in peace to my brother Young Noble, Fatal Hussein, and yeah, God, get me started right. But I feel close to them. But a lot of dudes, I never really felt close to. I thought a lot of these niggas was soft before I heard something dope. You know what I'm saying? But soft don't necessarily mean corny, whatever. So I don't know. It's yes and no.
Brother Noopsy asks, who karate chopped the bootlegger table in half?
Brother Noomsi, again, like Jamel, you playing. Ask a question you really want to know the answer to. You already know the answer to that question, or you wouldn't have asked it.
A Red VWJ asks, who inspired you to start writing raps at a young age?
AJ, what's his name?
It's A Red VWJ.
A Red VWJ. Who inspired Rockness Monster to start rapping?
Writing raps.
Start writing raps.
Mm-hmm.
The plain truth is, it was my homeboy Randy. Like, I was kind of a nerd when I was a kid. Only difference, like, I had the best grades in the whole school before, type of shit. I'm talking elementary school, right? But the only thing that separated me from the nerds was the fact that I would fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a little bit of shit with me. But my homeboy, who in my opinion was nerdier than me, wrote a rap and he spit it to me. Originally I thought, it seemed like rap was for cool kids, right? You understand what I'm saying? Like, but he was nerdier than me. I mean, he's an extremely swaggy, cool dude now. Salute to my man Rand. right? But he wrote a rap. I was like, if he can do that, let me see if I could do it. And it was literally that simple. I did it, wrote a rap, I said it to people. People was saying oohs and ahs, and that's nice and all of that. I was addicted immediately.
Your favorite Stallone movie from Joey Chukowski?
Joey Chukowski, is that
I
something like
think
that?
so.
My
Yeah.
favorite Stallone movie. I don't know if I got one. I gotta say, it's gotta be one of the Rockies, right? I'm Rock.
Valerio Carta as tour in Italy.
Valerio Carter.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to Italy. I've done a couple of shows there. But tour, I don't know. Look, it's funny out here right now. Like when the pandemic happened, I was like, listen, bruh. Like I came online and I let niggas know y'all might not see me for a while because shit is funky out here. And you know the way things are looking right now, you go visit a country, you might be stuck there. So I don't know what's going to happen. Stay tuned.
MP asks if there's another BCC project coming out, or at least a song coming out where everyone is on it.
MP, great question. Is there another BCC album coming out? No time soon. We ain't on the same page right now. Sometimes we are, sometimes we ain't. If somebody, if somebody, like let's say a record label or some form of an investor was like, yo, um, we have $1 million to do a boot camp album, I will guarantee you every boot camp member will show up to make that album. But but that's not the case right now. So in the until that's the case, niggas is fighting their own fights right now.
Someone's someone wants to clear up some lyrics.
Someone wants to clear up some lyrics.
He,
Who's that from?
it's from Mali Cavelli or Malik Cavelli. I don't know. Machiavelli. On Let the Brains Blow. You said we send them home with crazy slugs in they dome, or strays and slugs in they dome.
Nah, Crazy Slugs.
Crazy slugs.
Salute to, was it Malikavelli or
Machiavelli.
Machiavelli?
Machiavelli.
All right, salute to Machiavelli. Yeah,
Malikavelli.
Malikavelli. That's fly too. Yeah, Crazy Slugs and they don't. Strays and Slugs would have been dope though. I think I'm gonna start saying strays and slugs just because I get on because we just going with strays and slugs and they don't. Yeah, then the pause after that. Blown out the frame by the rock, Mr. Pause.
um, what video was the funniest to film?
Say what?
What video was the funniest to film?
Who asked that question?
That is Fro N3N.
Fro and 3N. What video was the funniest, the most fun, or the most?
Oh, this is funnest. I'm sorry, funnest to film.
What video was the funnest to film? Ugh, I don't know. Let me think. Operation Lockdown was fun. You know, getting all painted up and all of that. That was fun. I ain't having that. I can't answer that. When all of the guys are together, it's fun. It just is. A lot of fun. I can tell you what the least fun video to film was though, and that was therapy. So we were shooting that video. Ruck got all made up. You know, he had on his doctor coat. He had the white powder in his afro and all of that. And then the police came and locked him up. I hated it. Angie Martinez was on set playing the nurse. Next question.
Okay, we got 5 more minutes, okay?
You niggas got 5 more minutes.
Tyler's funny. Tyler says, even though Bone Thugs mad nice and we love them, do you think any of them know what they saying, or is it just a vibe?
Tyler said as dope as Bone is, do I think any of them know what they're saying or is it just a vibe? I think they know what they're saying. All of them.
And it's a vibe.
And it's a vibe.
That's how good they are.
Yeah. I remember one time a girl from my projects, she was talking to me about something. She was asking me did I hear them because they had just came out or whatever. You know what I mean? And I don't know what year they came out or whatever. It might have been the second single or the second album, whatever it was. But I know we was out too or something, or somebody in our crew was out. And I asked her, did she hear our shit, or was it Smith Wesson shit, or was it? And I never forgot the way she shitted on me that day. She was like, y'all shit don't compare to theirs. I'm like, what, bitch? Anyway.
I'm so focused is asking questions. You ever thought about doing voiceovers?
Yeah, absolutely. I haven't been able to crack the situation. I had some people on my team, they had me make a whole voiceover demo. They harassed me to make it and all of that. And I made it, and then I don't know what they did with it. I mean, like, they, what it was. Next question.
Just so you know, I'm pulling my hair out over here. I can't believe he said that.
Now I went on a voiceover audition one time. I didn't get I didn't land the job, but I'm all for that.
I'm not asking that Machiavelli. Oops.
Jamel Boston, you out of pocket. You spell monster with an H. And I know you know better.
And that's a shame. That is a shame. Okay. 13 Fingers Crew said you got a voice for horror. You got a voice for all kinds of stuff.
You know, one of the dopest, one of the dopest ideas I heard about my voice. It came from Jade over here. A cartoon with babies, or have a baby with my voice. That shit would be hilarious.
Yeah, it would.
Like a cute baby just open his mouth and he say, "Was rocking." It's hilarious. Past that.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. The real. Here we come. Here we come. Okay, that's not a question. Salute to you though. Tyler said they already did that with Bebe's Kids, same concept, but it wasn't my voice though.
Right.
Will you or have I done a project with MOP? Salute to Miles. I would. Absolutely. I haven't though. Sean P's done an album with Lil Fame though. I feel like me and Billy owe the world the other side of that.
And you can answer that last question.
What last question?
You see it?
Mm-mm.
Is that your girl talking? Tell people, you can tell people who I am.
Well, first of all, they didn't put a question mark. Maybe they were telling me that is my.
I said, is that your girl talking?
Oh, that's Jade, y'all. Jade don't want me.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry to disappoint. This is Ugly Truth Tuesday. And an hour has passed. So I will bid you goodbye. If you made it to the end of this video, Let me get 4 broken hearts. And I will see you later. Rock on. They putting mad hearts up right now.
I see. Y'all just.
Rock on. Rock on.
He said, Jay, don't do my man like that.
Yeah, we're gonna make that person the moderator.